can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face.
A Spurs team walking to the locker room earlier, determined to have a big night on their home floor. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Downtown San Antonio, and let's go straight over. Well, guys, great vision. David, thank you. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at New Orleans. They're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Spurs. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the small forward position. And for San Antonio, we've got Murray. DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in at the 3. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard in a great feel for when guys are open.
And it's good for 2. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as a head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Here's Holiday following the three-pointer by San Antonio. 4 on the shot clock. Favors finds Ball for Murray. Ball no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's Murray penetrating. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And it's a tie ball game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Ball. His last outing, he had 18 points. Back to Holiday. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
The confidence evident. Zion, no problem rising and firing away. That's a sign of a true leader.
They recover it. And so White will bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 2. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. And New Orleans also making a change. Redick is checked in. Puts it up from 12. And it's Williamson missing. The Spurs have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter.
And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture. Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Pelicans trail by 4. New Orleans moving the ball around. Favors. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The three from Mills. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Here's Ingram following the bucket by the Spurs. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Gay. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
And when Pearl sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for San Antonio. The Spurs shooting their first free throw tonight. That's good from DeMar DeRozan. We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Jackson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Zeller finds DeRozan. Inside. Fires from 14. Shots good by Mills.
Well, the more versatile that Patty Mills becomes offensively, the harder it's going to be to try to stop him.
Outside, Redick. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And they're making sure.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Spurs lead by 5. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Pelican 5 right now. We've got Hayes. Jackson is out there with J.J. Redick. And it's Hart in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Forbes. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range. He is
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw
name.
that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. San Antonio leading by 6. And Bellinelli kicks to Zeller to the right side. White, good. White's got 5.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
The Pelicans have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Hart the pass to Holiday. Here's Melly. He's covered by Gay. Makes it off the glass. Melly's got his first points of the game. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 6-point game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Passes it to Hart from deep three-point range. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Murray outside. Pass to Zeller. Back to Murray. Kicks it to Gay. From deep. Not going to go that time. Pelicans trail by 8. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. The Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And you can't give Rudy Gay that type of look. He's going to knock that down more often than not.
Back to Hart. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Shot by Zeller, no good. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Hart the pass to Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Lonnie Walker in for Derek White.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Holiday dishes to Okafor. Holiday against Murray. Okafor kicks to Holiday. 5 to shoot. Out to Ingram. Fires the 3. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The pass to Williamson. To the middle. Here's Okafor. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
DeRozan in the corner. And DeRozan throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Williamson with it to the paint. Okafor. Up and in on the layup. Okafor's got his second bucket.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great...
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. During one stretch, they trailed by 6. Thanks for joining us.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Pirtle is out there with DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Holiday against White. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And Walker kicks to DeRozan. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. They get Derek Favors. Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player,
Superstar,
but
right.
you know the role that he had for
Yes,
the
I
teams
do.
that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely. From year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. Back to Ingram. Down low. And the dunk by Williamson.
This is too easy for Williamson. Once he gets established position, he is ready to attack the rim.
Here's DeRozan. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Favors. Ingram against Walker. Ingram passes to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And Holiday is right there.
Yeah, Drew very much willing to go in there, scrap out a rebound, and hit the board.
Birtle's shot is off.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Tipped away. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
13 feet away. San Antonio again missing. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Williamson. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. San Antonio leading. Here's White. No good on that one. Good D by Holiday. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Lobs it up there for Ingram. That ties it up.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. White the pass to DeRozan. Favors against Pirtle. He's off on that one, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Ingram dishes to Favors. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Jackson in for Ball. Great open look there. Jackson's got 9. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. And Zeller kicks to Bellinelli. And here's Mills for 3. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. J.J. Redick is out there with Favors, and it's Melly in at the four-man position. Lets it fly from 18. Offensive rebound. Tips it up.
A fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
Gay can't hit. So Favors will bring it up for New Orleans. They trail by one. It's stolen by Bellinelli. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break.
And that's where his advantage is. Speed in the open floor. Mills is a Tasmanian devil of sorts on the break.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Back to Redick. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
Pass to Pirtle. Here is Forbes, covered by Redick. Pulls it from the elbow. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Spurs lead by 2. Here's Melly. Again, the Pelicans score.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
That's tipped. Here's Hart. Bellinelli is covering. Melly passes to Hart. That puts them in the lead.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Redick finds Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when that was something else.
In his prime, Rudy Gay would throw down some hellacious dunks, and that time gets in for another one, still part of his arsenal.
New Orleans moving the ball around, and really deep through that time. Hart's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, that's a real nice-looking deep three ball there.
Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
In these types of situations, this team turns to Pirtle. He is more than ready for any challenge that comes his way.
Hart the pass to Hayes. Here's Melly. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
To the inside. Here's Pirtle. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint. And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, he's been in a lot of huge moments in his young career. Mills can be a deadly shooter when the pressure's on.
Redick passes to Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And the Spurs with some changes. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Gay. Walker comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Derek White subbed in for Bryn Forbes.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
And Favors kicks the ball. Back to Favors. And it's Ball in the corner. And it's Hayes in the corner. Here's Favors. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Hayes the pass to Reddick. Ingram outside. Now here's Hayes. Over Pirtle. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Williamson's checked in to take the lead, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the charts.
Yes!
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Reddick passes the ball. Back to Reddick for the win. Oh, it's off the mark, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will... Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the Spurs. DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Derek White. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
And free throw good from Williamson. And he makes both free throws. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Murray. Pass to Poeltl. Outside, Walker. He dishes it to DeRozan. Over Williamson. And it's DeRozan missing. New Orleans leading by 4. Ingram kicks to Williamson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Favors passes to Williamson. Poked loose. Poeltl with the steal. Here's White. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Holiday attacking. He feeds it to Favors. That one goes. Count it. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
That play happens because of the solid pass from Holiday.
Ingram outside. Back to ball. And Favors has it in the corner. Dribbled by Murray. A fader. And Favors finishes it off. And it's a 6-point Pelican lead. Ingram with the steal. Ball against Murray. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. And there's the feed to Favors. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Now Murray. He kicks it to White. Knocked away. Now the pass to DeRozan. Clock is at 3. Here's Walker. They get it back. Pirtle. Great D that time from Favors. It's Ingram on the wing. Guarded by Walker. It's stolen by DeRozan.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
Here's Williamson. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And here is Williamson. Left side Favors. Pirtle with the steal.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 8 seconds left in the first overtime. What do you think, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, G.A. Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
And Mills kicks to Walker. No good from 3-point territory.
And Ingram is always ready to score in clutch situations. A guy you can depend on to give you his best.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
We're the land of the free.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. D.A. Jacob.
Well,
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Saric.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. And for the Pelicans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the 5. Rubio, Pelicans pull it in. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
The shot, no good. And New Orleans will come the other way. The pass to Williamson. Here's Holiday. And he banks in the layup.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Kicks it out to Booker. Favors with the rebound.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. That's good from Booker on the assist from Bridges.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Holiday finds Ball. Favors against Ayton. Pass to Holiday. Back to Favors. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Ingram passes to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
You know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Favors against Rubio. Ingram outside. Johnson against Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And good that time. Mark a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points, and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
Now here's Johnson. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaging. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Booker. It's good. This game is all even. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Favors. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Ball, the pass to Favors. And that one's good. Williamson.
And Williamson doesn't let up consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Booker outside. Pass to Ayton. Poked away. Here's Ingram. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Hey, I know Ingram looks a little wispy and light, but his strength is deceptive.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the court for the Suns, Dario Saric is out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the one. He's perfect from the line this time. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Reddick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Bridges, no one around him. They get it back, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Look at New Orleans. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push. And, of course, the Phoenix Suns, 3 spots below.
I think for New Orleans, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And he drops it in from the low post.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And the wide open shot from Reddick. Off target with his 3.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
For 3, Booker, good on the triple. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, the defense really wasn't bad there, but he's a gifted shooter from distance.
Passes it to Melly. And the layup is good. He's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Johnson. Back to Bridges. Here's Ayton. It's not going to go for him. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Okafor is checked in for Hayes. And for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. And it's Saric in for Johnson. New Orleans leading by 4. Jackson kicks to Hart. Back to Jackson. And there's the pass to Melly. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Spurs, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Bridges for three. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Baines has got his first points of the night.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Okafor, the pass to Melli. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by the Suns.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Pass to Hart. There's 1:40 left to play in the first half. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Carter looking around. Rubio against Holiday. Pass to Baines. The Suns need to get a shot off. Carter. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Lonzo Ball is checked in for the Pelicans. 43 seconds left to play here in the half. Inside, here's Okafor, and then Okafor slams it in.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
And it's Williamson missing. Suns have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Here's Saric. Drills it from outside. Saric has got the lead up to 3 now for Phoenix.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
To the paint. Here's Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Williamson's got his second basket of the game.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Phoenix ahead as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And a chance now to send it over to David.
Kevin, thanks. Alongside Coach Alvin Gentry. Alvin, what sorts of adjustments are you going to...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's talk. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. But kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the 3. It's the Pelicans 5. And it's Williamson missing.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Really left alone that time. And that's 10 points for Devin Booker. Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much, and a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with the guard, like on the three-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Suns leading by 5. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Booker. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. The wide open look here for Holiday. Knocks down the 3-ball. Holiday's got his second bucket tonight.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Ayton against Favors. Takes a shot at the elbow. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Ayton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Jackson in for Lonzo Ball. Sharch, that's good. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
No good. That would have tied it.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Fourth, the Suns.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Here's Hart, defended by Bridges. And here is Williamson. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. New Orleans making some changes here. Okafor is checked in for Williamson. And it's Holiday in for Jackson. Suns leading by 4. Booker with no one around. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And that's 13 points for Devin Booker.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Passes to Redick. Here's Okafor. He dishes it to Hayes. Back to Okafor. New Orleans moving it around. Sharge outside. Carter with the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Carter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Holiday gets the bucket.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Kaminsky. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Suns lead by 9.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Out to Saric for the three. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. The offensive rebound. Redick gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Redick's got 4 points in the quarter.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
1 second left, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Aaron Baines out there with Ayton. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Carter. And it's Rubio in at the point. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Pelicans trail by 8. To the middle, and stolen by Ayton. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Johnson's got the ball. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Johnson. And the Suns lead by 10. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Suns?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year convo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
New Orleans making a switch here. Williamson's checked in. Phoenix leading by 12. Here's Carter. And foul on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Rubio kicks to Johnson. And the pass to Bridges.
Yo, who got Rubio?
Ball against Rubio. Clock at 4. Back to Bridges. Over Williamson. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Bridges misses. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Bridges against Ingram. Bridges dishes to Johnson. Down low. Oh, tried to dunk it home. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Holiday against Carter. Baseline J on the way. Almost, but it rolls out. Suns leading by 8. Carter on the wing. This one for 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Holiday attacking. Feeds to Favors. And stolen by Ayton.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Phoenix.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
Greg, they've got one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping-off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeAndre Ayton.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Pass to Bridges. Lets it go with a 3. Pelicans pull it in. Holiday, the pass to Ingram. It's good.
You know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot, that extension he gets on it, makes it very hard to block.
Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10. Both free throws, good for Ingram. Johnson with it. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA. No matter what, they got it done.
So it's the Suns winning easily here.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument.
That's a great look at our location tonight. The home of the Sun. And nothing.
Well, guys.
Doing it all, DA. Thanks. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Ayton.
And, guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got DeRozan. DeJounte Murray is out there with White. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at center. And so he makes both from the line. And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stat sheet, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a third option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
And Ayton throws it down.
Boy, that's the vision and ability to deliver precise passes. Rubio completely on point.
Here's Pirtle. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Shots good by Walker.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The pass to Johnson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Spurs working the ball around now. Back to Walker. And stolen by Ayton. Rubio with it. Now guarded by Murray. Pass to Ayton. Yep, that one goes. Ayton's got his third basket of the night right there.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Ayton. 6 points for him.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Suns have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Rubio. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
Walker the pass to Pirtle. Second chance effort. It's tipped. Knocked loose. Booker outside. Launches a 3. And no good. Murray with the defensive effort. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season. Because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Here's Rubio. Goes back up. And Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got 8. Spurs trail by 5. Pirtle with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. So both teams making some changes here. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Here is Forbes following the score by Phoenix. That's a 2 from Bellinelli off the left rim and out.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
Here's Gay, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Gay's got his second basket of the night.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Carter outside. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Here's Gay. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
Gets it off. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's all tied in Phoenix.
9 times out of 10.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
We've got Carter. Dario Saric is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
A nice shot by Carter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Bellinelli. An easy 2 points on the layup. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Here's Jerome. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And so he hits both. The Spurs shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Here's Mills, and the Spurs scoring again.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
No good from Gay.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Picked him clean. Mills finds Bellinelli. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Shot by Zeller, no good.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Well, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And the Spurs with some changes. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Bellinelli. White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Now here's Ayton. He's got 8, just 5 to shoot. Booker dishes to Ayton. 18 feet out. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one and start a 3-game homestand with that game. Johnson against DeRozan. for three, Murray. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. The Suns have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Ayton kicks to Booker from deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
These types of shots speak to the confidence of Devin Booker. Catch and shoot, no problem.
DeRozan passes to Zeller. Got a piece of it. To the paint. Here's Gay. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And White with the stuff.
Boy, what a thing of beauty by DeMar DeRozan. His eyes are up. He locates his teammate. Just so pretty, Kevin.
The drive by Rubio. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by DeRozan. White with it, now guarded by Booker, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
DeRozan finds Walker. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Kaminsky misses. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. So we'll see DeMar DeRozan go to the line here. Mikal Bridges picks one up. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Murray. That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
Well, I think you know what you're going to get from DeMar DeRozan at the free throw line. Year in and year out, this guy's going to be about 80-85%.
Left side, Saric. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds tonight. From the stripe, drained for 2 points. Walker's got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin with their largest. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Spurs leading by 8 on the court for San Antonio. They've got Pirtle. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. Now here's Walker. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Shot clock at 6. It's deflected.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Murray for three. No good that time. The Suns go the other way with it. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Spurs have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Outside, White. To the middle. Outside for Murray. For three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Carter, he's checked in for Phoenix. San Antonio also making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Bellinelli in for White. Now here's Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
Suns trail by 8. And it's Carter penetrating. Johnson left side. It's stolen by DeRozan. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it. The fast break chance. And the basket by DeRozan.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Ayton throws it down.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, if it's possible for a #1 overall pick to go under the radar, then I think that's what you'd say about DeAndre Ayton last year. Doncic stole the headlines, certainly, but DeAndre Ayton had a big-time start to his career.
Shot clock at 3. From deep. Gay. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bridges passes to Ayton. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Bridges. And the numbers that Ayton put up as a rookie, very impressive.
Well, DeAndre Ayton said the lack of attention didn't bother him at all. This guy showed he could be a focal point on both ends, and he's only going to get better with more repetition.
Here's Bridges, following the score by DeMar DeRozan over Gay. Gay with the defensive effort. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Bryn Forbes comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
San Antonio leading by 6. Gay passes to DeRozan. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Passes it to Jerome. To the inside. And stolen by Gay. Mills with it. Now guarded by Saric. Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
DeMar DeRozan says, I've got a little showman in me. My goodness gracious, sets the crowd on fire with that one.
Second shot opportunity. Here's Baines. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge. And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Carter. And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Phoenix. DeRozan in the corner. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Ayton.
This is, Kevin, to me, a special ability to draw fouls, and that's one of the things that sets DeRozan apart. We see him work these angles, get the call all the time.
Booker, right side. Baines, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Nice shot by Pirtle.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Pirtle knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
Here's Rubio. Nice D from DeRozan.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get right back to the action when... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Aaron Baines out there with Kaminsky. And it's Saric in at the small forward. Shots good by Mills.
Boy, Kev, his vision is excellent for a center. You see it in the assist from Pirtle. He has got such great awareness of his teammates' movements.
Hands it from downtown. And it's 9 points for Devin Booker.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Saric finds Booker. No good on the 3.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Aaron Baines. Whitey's checked in for the Spurs. DeJounte Murray comes in for Patty Mills. Suns trail by 12. And the basket by Rubio.
Oh, when he gets out into the open court, Rubio is a very tough cover.
Back to Murray. The 11-footer. That one, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Booker dishes to Kaminsky. From deep. And it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got his 5th rebound in this one. White, good.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And here's Booker from the arc. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Booker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Suns. Here's White. Banked in off the glass. White's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Booker with no one around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. So for the Suns, Ayton comes in for Frank Kaminsky, and it's Johnson in for Saric. Gay against Johnson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Booker in the post. Wide on it. Bridges for 3. And it's Gay with the rebound. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They're leading by 8. And the layup falls.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
A nice shot by Booker.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And he makes that one. And the Spurs lead by 9. The Suns running out of time. Here's the 3. And it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got his 7th rebound here tonight. They double-team Walker. Pass to White. And stolen by Booker. Rubio finds Johnson. For 3. Booker. Again, the miss by Booker. Spurs leading by 9. Here's White. And he makes the bucket. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
White the pass to Walker. Bridges with the steal. From deep. The shot that time, not on target. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And it's Walker penetrating. Good. Walker's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Mills for 3. Rebounded by Kaminsky. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
They get a hand on it. Releases. Doesn't go that time. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think,
hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, Your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and get it, hold up. Ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a play to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm just
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. It's Friday night and live on 2K. Hey, Dave.
Well, after all the
they are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Murray out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. And for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at point guard. And tonight's game may be won or lost on that front line, Smitty. What makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, if that tandem can switch on pick and rolls, that tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. Now, here's DeRozan. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. And it's Williamson with the rebound. There's the pass to Favors. Inside. And the dunk by Williamson.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
They double team Walker. Pirtle finds Walker. Shoots over Ingram. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Pirtle. For New Orleans, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Outside, Favors. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. Favors got 7 points.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
White the pass to DeRozan. Murray surveying the D. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For New Orleans, they've gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to White. Over Holiday. And it's White missing.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Holiday dishes to Ingram. Favors attacking. Ingram passes to Holiday. Got a piece of it. One-on-one fast break. San Antonio again missing. Here's New Orleans. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Here is Favors after the basket by San Antonio. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Walker and stolen by White. Murray against Holiday. Tries it from 19. Kept alive. With the putback. Here's DeRozan. Outside, Walker. Pirtle kicks to Murray. Over Holiday. Murray, good. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it clean.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. Forbes dishes to Pirtle. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. In third, the Pelicans.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Perk. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. It's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Now here's Redick, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. 4 seconds left, and Hayes throws it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there, but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
And Hayes throws it down.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
Spurs trail by 9. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Hart, no good. There's the steal. Mills with the steal. Out to the right wing. Pass to Bellinelli. Here is Forbes. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Redick with the 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Rudy Gay is out there with Zeller. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the 2. Jackson gets the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
Now here's Jackson, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Redick with the bucket.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Hart. Tries again, and it's blocked. And they're able to recover. They shoot again, and Okafor with the layup. Okafor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
There's 2 things they rely on him for: being competitive and bringing energy. A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground. Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Gay lays it up and banks it in. Gay's got 6.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
And a deep 3 from Redick. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
Shots good by Mills.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now, here's Redick. 9 points in the game so far. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Zeller. Here's Gay. Lays it up off the glass. Gay's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here. The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
Here's Here's Hart. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Hart's got his first basket of the night.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Now here's Okafor. Melli passes to Okafor, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Hawks, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board.
When you get your tickets to see him play, that is what you are paying for. Incredible dunk from DeRozan.
So for the Pelicans, Hayes, he's checked in for Okafor, and it's Drew Holiday in for J.J. Redick. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. Lonnie Walker comes in for Rudy Gay. White, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Now here's Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Hayes. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I had a chance to check out the numbers for Williams. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. Right around 25 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. But to have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Ball, and the layup's good off the glass. Ball's got his first basket.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside.
Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Elbow shot. Up again. It's rebounded by Hayes. New Orleans leading by 19 points. Williamson dishes to Holiday.
An all-star, a leader, Drew Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical. Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
You have to love the way DeRozan went at the rim. He knows he's at his best when he's the aggressor.
To the inside. Favors fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Well, you know, he's the former 3rd overall pick out of Georgia Tech. Favors has made steady improvement, productive at the 4 and the 5 spot.
Hands up. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie. New Orleans had no problems getting going. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead. And that'll about do it as we get ready.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers, a very high percentage of those in the first half.
Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's ball in at the point. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Walker's shot is off. New Orleans leading by 19. Holiday attacking. Here's Ingram. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, let's get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all. This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Pass to Ingram. Looking for Favors. He gets it there. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And DeRozan throws it down.
DeMar DeRozan, so athletic, rising up to slam it home. Great finish.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. Here's Favors. Bucket is good. Favors got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside, White. And a wide open look for Walker. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Where was the D there? No one was covering the open man.
Favors attacking. The kick out to Holiday. Shoots over White. Rebound by Murray. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Trailing by 17. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Now here's Favors. He's got 14. The pass to Williamson. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Williamson's got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And here's Walker outside. The shot comes out, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. And there's Williamson on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game.
One of the better defenders in the league. Drew Holiday embraces the challenge.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's DeRozan. Sinks that one from the post. 13 points in the game.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic, but Drew Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on. He comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
Now here's Walker. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Shoots over Ingram. DeRozan. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter. He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Pirtle finds Walker. Back to Pirtle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Murray, the pass to Pirtle. Outside, White. 5 on the clock. Offline with his 3.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Spurs trail by 19. Here's Murray. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
DeMar's a magnet for defensive attention. You see the overreaction leading to a wide open man.
Here's Ingram. Rejected by Walker. And they get it back. The wide open look here for Holiday. The Pelicans get another chance here. For 3, Ingram. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gay's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Here's Bellinelli. From deep, Gay. He made it! He made it!
Yes, he did!
Yeah. big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
And so it's New Orleans. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points.
All right, guys, remember what we said now. Hey.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for San Antonio, they've got Pirtle. Rudy Gay is out there at the roast, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you're seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
Pelicans leading by 12. Here's Hayes. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. That's tipped, and the Spurs with possession here. Kicks to Forbes. Right wing. Pirtle inside. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Mills can't hit. New Orleans has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And they cash in right away with a quick shot.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
And Redick the bucket on the assist by Holiday. 16 points for J.J. Redick.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Pass to Miller. Looks for Holiday, gets it to him, passes it to Melly. All alone. Another one falls for New Orleans.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And Hayes kicks to Redick. Pulls up from the corner. And Pirtle pulls it down. Spurs trail by 12. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
You love the pressure he's putting on there. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And stolen by Williamson. He kicks it to Ball. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yeah, ball size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
2 shots. And that one misses. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep, deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said it is hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting the 3-ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
Spurs trail by 10, and even 3-on-3 break. And here's Walker outside. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Ball. Back to Redick. Shoots over White. Drilled from 11 feet out. Redick's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And some shooters are specialists, but J.J. Redick can hurt you from anywhere. That's what makes him very tough.
Here's Gay. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Ingram on the wing. Shoots over Walker. and misses it off the right side of the rim. Spurs have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting it even 50% from the field. That one misses, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way from deep three-point range, but they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And Williamson doesn't let up, consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard. And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Pelicans.
They simply ran them off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zion Williamson.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now? Or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Ingram passes to Favors. Out to Ingram. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from 9. Another shot outside. Redick from deep. Out to Ingram. The tray. That one's not going to go.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Here's Williamson. And again, no good by New Orleans. For 3, Murray, no good. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A confident win and one where they clearly shook. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Ayton.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3 slot.
And we first heard about Williamson in high school. And that was due to his dunking ability. Now he's a full-fledged star on the rise.
Now here's Ayton. And it's Ingram with the rebound. On the wing, Holiday. New Orleans moving the ball around. Johnson with the block. Ayton kicks to Booker. Three-pointer. That shot no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns' offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant. Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
Here's Favors. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
And it's Ingram with the rebound.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Tries again. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. It's stolen by Johnson. And here is Ayton. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. No good from Booker. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. That's his first personal foul. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And there's the pass to Williamson. Over Johnson, and the jumper from down low is good.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
And here's Booker from the arc. And the Suns miss again.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Williamson nails the baby hook. Williamson's got 6.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
New Orleans leading by 8. Ball, the pass to Williamson. Another shot. Out to Ingram. Shoots it up. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Drew Holiday, one of the 3 brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumlees for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Eric, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. While there's a break in the action, here are the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA, revealing the top three-point shooters. Fourth, Redick.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
And it's off from three-point range. And now the Suns, a fast break. Carter with it. Now guarded by Redick. It's rebounded by Hayes. Pelicans leading by 7. Redick passes to Melly. Here's Hart, defended by Carter. And the wide open shot from Redick. Here's Hayes. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Redick. 5 on the clock. A second chance effort. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Redick.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The 3. Jerome, good.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Hayes the pass to Melly. Outside, Redick. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hart. And the shot is long.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Count it, good. Jerome's got his second bucket of the night.
He wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open, be a good teammate, make the delivery.
Hayes in the post. That one, no good. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Pelicans on top, up 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Kaminsky out there with Charlotte. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Well, the new front office in New Orleans, led by David Griffin, opting to keep Alvin Gentry as a head coach, a great decision because the players that they brought in the trade for Anthony Davis are going to love to play at that fast pace. You add Zion Williamson to that mix, this team immediately becomes one of the more interesting and exciting young teams in the NBA.
Now here's Redick. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Hart, covered by Saric. Jackson passes to Melly. It's hauled in by the Suns. And Brent, a lot of times when a new head of basketball operations is hired, a new coach is coming up next.
Well, the continuity there is interesting because of the time that Alvin Gentry spent in Phoenix, and David Griffin was there with the Suns as well. And so that's going to help out this young core, that they know that there's a collective consciousness coming from both the coach and the front office for them to lay the foundation of what this new Pelican team is going to be all about.
Now here's Saric. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Shots good by Baines.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Redick finds Jackson. Down low, here's Okafor. Baines with the block. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Phoenix ball. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at the Pelicans. They're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And, of course, the Suns, just a few spots below there.
And I think for New Orleans, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Okafor gets the bucket.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Suns.
Here's Saric. Count it. Saric has got his first 2 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Passes to Hart. Redick with it. Now guarded by Saric. Okafor kicks to Hart. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Melli passes to Okafor. That one falls. Okafor's got his second basket.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
Pelicans trail by 7. Right side, Redick. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Kaminsky. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch. Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou, but new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans.
Yeah, how about the concentration from Ball? Not allowing himself to be denied. Really got to wrap him up on these shots to prevent the bucket.
Bridges, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Kicks it out to Booker from the arc. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Booker from the arc. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Feeds it to Holiday. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Ball dishes to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
And it's Ayton missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And that'll do it for the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. They took control of the game in the second quarter. And that
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars. Feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game. How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
And the dunk by Williamson.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
Johnson can't hit.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Now here's Williamson, covered by Rubio. Booker looking around. The putback, it's good on the putback. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
Ingram comes with the double team. Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
On the wing, Booker. Suns moving the ball around. Johnson kicks to Bridges. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Bridges has got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Holiday, the pass to Williamson. Nails the baby hook. He's got 12.
I'll tell you, the plus wingspan is part of what makes Williamson so difficult to defend.
Bridges for 3. Pelicans pull it in. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That would be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court. Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And now just a 3-point Phoenix lead.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
And all the system changes have really affected the Suns.
Too much at that. Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Johnson finds 8 and stolen by Favors. And now the Pelicans on the break. Here's Holiday, and he uses the glass on the layup. Holiday's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Booker outside. There's the triple. Pelicans with the rebound. Ingram's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
To the paint, and stolen by Favors. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and the dunk by Williamson.
And you got to appreciate the fearlessness with which he plays. Zion's ability to shoulder the offense at this stage of his career, is incredible. How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Here's Rubio. They get it again.
Well, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Pelicans ahead. They're up by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Carter out there with Devin Booker. And it's Kaminsky in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
It's an experienced decision by Holiday to fire that pass to the open man.
For 3, Booker. And that one is off. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Oh, the lob to Redick. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, if there was ever a no-doubt number 1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent New Orleans jumped at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
Pelicans leading by 5. Redick inside the line. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
The defense had better put J.J. Redick on a leash and trail him around. He's ready to fire as soon as he gets that ball.
And it's Carter missing. Well, for New Orleans, shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. And that one's good, Williamson. And now a 9-point New Orleans lead.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Hart the pass to Williamson. Here's Hayes. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. On the wing, Booker. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer.
Such a lovely stroke there from Devin Booker. He's a go-to scorer. A nice shot there from distance.
And Holiday, here we go. And it's Williamson missing.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Carter. And New Orleans also making a change. Okafor's checked in. The free throw drops for Kaminsky. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Hart. Nails the baby hook. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Bridges shot. Good.
3-pointers are killing them at this point. And they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And Hayes gets to Holiday. To the middle. Here's Hart. It's deflected. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Back to Okafor. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. After finds Saric. Down low. Baines passes to Bridges. Oh, and they take the lead. Bridges has got 13 points here in the second half alone. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. They double him with Sharch outside for Reddick. Back to Okafor. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
Man, the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Ricky Rubio comes in for Kaminsky. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Williamson comes in for Hayes. Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for J.J. Redick. For New Orleans, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. The shot by Holiday, no good. Here's Sharch. And it's Williamson with the rebound. The Pelicans trail. Favors passes the ball. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And how about the confidence with which Ball plays? I mean, he just seems so much more comfortable taking and making those big shots. This guy is a flat-out winner. That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Favors dishes to Williamson. Back to Favors. The layup missed.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Sharch. Goes up again. It drops.
And how about that? Ayton stepping up, wanting the pressure.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Ball pitch to Holiday. Back to Ball. Lets the three fly. They grab their own miss. Williamson. Count.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
For three, Bridges. The rebound by Holiday. Timeout call here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
For our Jordan player of the game, Mikal Bridges.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage.
What a shot! Oh, yeah. Amazing!
That one counts.
Unreal.
Gets the big-time shot to fall, folks, and now we're headed to OT.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the small forward.
And anytime you go cross-court, there's some risk involved. Not at all surprised that one was stolen.
Ingram attacking. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And the speed of Ingram is not easy to keep pace with. Just blowing past whoever dares to try and stop him.
And the pass to Bridges. Makes it off the glass. Bridges has got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
And he is proving to be a gamer. You got to expect Ball to look to score in these critical stretches of the game.
Rubio outside. Booker outside. Johnson, the pass to Booker. Johnson left side, kicks to Bridges, pass to Rubio, down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Favors. Gets a hand on it, and Ayton stays with it.
How about a pivotal hoop from DeAndre Ayton?
The Pelicans shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Back to Favors. He feeds it to Williamson. That one good for 2. Williamson's got 26.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
Pass to Bridges. The feed now to Ayton. And stolen by Favors. To the paint. That's good from Holiday on the assist from Williamson. 8 points for Drew Holiday.
And the outcome on the line, Holiday comes through with a crucial bucket there.
And Booker kicks to Bridges. Booker the pass to Bridges. Shoots over Ingram. And too long on the shot. So Favors will bring it up for New Orleans. They've led by as much as 10. Stolen by Holiday. This is it to Ingram. Williamson with it. Outside Holiday. Johnson with some nice D. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
It's good, and the New Orleans Leaders cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Bridges.
Booker's a good passer, becoming better in that area, and he knows how to work the ball around.
Ball against Rubio. Back to Ball, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points, or you can kiss this baby goodnight.
Here's Ayton. Missed. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. I have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the chart.
Timeout called. The Suns, they trail by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What's your take, guys?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbound, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
For 3, Booker off the mark.
Well, some credit to Holiday there on the defensive end, hand up to contest the shot.
So it's
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do.
Let's get a starting lineup with the Phoenix Suns. Adam. We are new.
Well, guys,
a proud franchise. Thank you, David. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sharch.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center. And for the Spurs, Murray out there with Derek White. Then there's Pirtle. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. Bangs home the trifecta. Far toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall. Others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. 4 on the clock. He was all alone on that one. Booker's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
That one wide left.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And it's White with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Phoenix shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First free throw is good.
And you know, guys, the Spurs team dinner's the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
White against Booker. The rebound by the Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal, as a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys, and I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. And the Suns also making a change. Sharge is checked in. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And let's get a check on some of the leaders from around the league with this list of the top assist men at small forward since we've emerged from the All-Star break. Second is DeMar DeRozan.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
Now here's DeRozan. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton.
It's really the defining part of DeRozan's game, driving the basketball hard at defenders, and he'll come right at you with athleticism and strength.
Booker finds Ayton. Here's Saric, and Pirtle sends it back. From deep three-point range, a nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 8.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Mills looking it over. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And Gabe with the second chance points.
Boy, good instincts and timing on display there from Gay. Excellent anticipation.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. Pass to Saric. Bridges against DeRozan. Puts up a 3. Bridges misses. San Antonio trailing here. And the basket by DeRozan.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now here's Saric. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Saric knows he has the touch needed to capitalize inside.
DeRozan passes to Mills. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Fires at the elbow. And the shot goes in. DeRozan's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Spurs lead by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Saric. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the 1. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, when I covered Gay when he was in college at UConn, he was an outstanding player in the Big East, and it was pretty clear he had a bright future in the NBA in front of him, too.
Derek White's checked in for San Antonio. Murray comes in for Patty Mills. Spurs leading by 6. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
For San Antonio, they've had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Derek White played his first 3 years at Division III UC Colorado Springs. This guy ended up being the 29th pick in the 2017 draft out of Colorado. In his lone season with the Buffaloes, he was all Pac-12 first team and all defense.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
And Zeller kicks to Gay. For 3, Murray. That shot misses. And Phoenix will come the other way. And coming out of high school, White's only scholarship offer was a partial one to Colorado Springs.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes rejection like that can actually fuel you to greater heights. He put a chip on his shoulder. He plays with an edge. He improved, transferred to the Pac-12 for his senior season, and really the rest is history. He's got a promising future as an NBA player in front of him.
Johnson kicks to Carter. Passes to Baines. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Suns trail by 6. Pass to Jerome. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. Murray with the defensive effort. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And the wide-open shot from Bellinelli trains the three-pointer.
And the way Bellinelli shoots the three ball, in rhythm, full of confidence, a knockdown threat always.
Kaminsky, the pass to Johnson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Jerome. Here's Baines. Got a hand on it. Outside, White. You played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These four men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep. And guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
Lays it up and banks it in. White's got 8 points.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
San Antonio making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. From deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Gay's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Carter kicks to Booker. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gay's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Johnson finds Baines. Walker against Carter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
11 seconds left here in the second. The pass to Mills. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go for him. And so it's San Antonio with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident shooting.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
They've got Pirtle. White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. And DeRozan kicks to White. Shoots over Rubio. Misses off the right iron. Suns trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Kicks it out to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Ayton dishes to Rubio. Shot clock at 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
You wonder if it's a good idea to foul Rubio there. I mean, he shot well under 40% from the field for his career, but at the line, he's north of 80%.
And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. That one goes in.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Poeltl. Rubio with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Johnson finds Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And this is what you love about Ayton. Highly skilled. He can face you up, then take you off the bounce. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Phoenix also making a switch. Saric is checked in for Johnson. Inside. Murray surveying the D. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. That one off the back iron and out.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Phoenix shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Mills, who's checked in for the Spurs.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Bridges for 3. That shot off. Walker with some nice D. Spurs leading by 5. Ayton inside. Poeltl's there. Bridges. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be... And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And a chance to check out the numbers for DeRozan. Putting up about 22 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man. You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
To the wing right side. There's the 3. The shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Saric. Goes back up. Pass to Bridges. Lets it go from deep. Rebound San Antonio. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that'll be the middle game of their 5 in their longest homestand of the year. Suns trail by 5. Saric passes to Baines, and the shot is good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The Spurs have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. They get the rebound. Gay. Some solid defense from Saric.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
And this is why you got to close up all lanes to the basket. When Gay is driving inside, he is going for the finish. Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Spurs have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
The Spurs making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in, and then for Phoenix, Mike Kaminsky, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Johnson comes in for Bridges, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 4-point game. Kicks it to Bellinelli. Back to Gay. And here is Bellinelli. From past the arc, buries it from 3-point range. Bellinelli's got 6.
Yeah, he's a flat-out scorer, a pure scorer. When Bellinelli has a great look at the rim, he takes it.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. It's San Antonio up 7. And the fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Spurs leading by 7. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Saric is out there with Kaminsky, and it's Rubio in at the point guard.
You know, in close, he's capable of hammering it down, and that's why you got to keep Saric away from the basket.
Here's Mills, goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Spurs lead by 7.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Saric finds Booker. From outside, off the mark.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's Saric. And that's collected by Gay. Gay's got rebound number 15 here tonight. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Booker's got 4 rebounds in this game. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. And finished off by DeRozan.
DeRozan's so good, guys, at taking advantage of whatever situation is there. When he has the opportunity, he gets out and scores in the open floor.
Kaminsky, the pass to Saric. And here's Booker from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Back to Gay. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Suns trail by 6. Now here's Rubio. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
High percentage look there, guys. Rubio's best chance to score, and he maxed it out.
The shot's good from 4.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Rubio. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Gay with the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Mills. Finished off the break. And it's a 10-point Spurs lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Shots good by Gabe.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Johnson's shot is off.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
On deep. And Jaric kicks to Johnson. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
1:32 left to play in the final quarter. Back to White. Mills passes to Gabe. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And some changes here for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Gabe. Walker comes in for Brent Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Phoenix. On the wing, Booker fires from deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now tonight. DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Well, you look at DeRozan's game, man. He's a powerful finisher. That's really one of the main staples of his attack.
With 3, Booker, Ayton, and Ayton stays with it.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
There's Walker with the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Walker's got the lead up to 11 now for San Antonio. Passes it to Ayton. Over Pirtle. And it's Ayton missing.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Johnson outside. And the 3 off target. And San Antonio has possession. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And it's White missing. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And here's Booker from the arc. From downtown. And Pirtle pulls it down. They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. And another shot, and he sinks the layup.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Great